All right. How's everyone doing? Today, I'm gonna continue what I was working on last week. I ran into some issues last week about learning about rigid bodies and misunderstanding what's going on. So I took some time, reviewed it, made a new scene. What I was trying to understand, and this is also partially my fault, the character bodies I had lined up. So we'll just see if I can get them moved around. I had a misunderstanding of how the actual game mechanics worked. I thought the characters would block each other, but that's not the case, so that made it a lot easier. So what I did is that I have a standard collider for the player, then I have a hitbox set up. So the hitbox are completely separate layers. And so when the attack action happens, see if I can get that copy of that pulled up. See here, let's see if I can get that up. There we go. When I have the attack action happen, visibility, don't want that one, I want the area. I have it on area 2D, and it just detects just the hitboxes. And I have scripts that correlate between the two. So that's where they're at for now. I'm currently working. I was working on the camera itself. Close that up. I was working on the camera itself, but not on stream, but in my free time. But I'm going to put that on pause for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and have the current... Where is that creature? Let's see if I can select it. Oop, there we go. The mob agent here. I added a form of navigation already. He does come over and go straight to the player, but it's not the quite AI I'm looking for. So for now, I'm debating if I should go over just work on the camera, so when the player moves left or right, or working on the AI for the enemy. I'll show you what I got so far. And I used the tile map to set up my background. And I gotta fix some rendering issues I have. That's last. It doesn't affect gameplay too much. Yep, you can see whoop. That's my camera doing that. Let's see if I can turn that part off in the camera setup. Position here. So there's something I don't understand about the camera, which is fine. And I'll just move the camera here for now. So that way, if I move the camera or move the player, the camera will be around the player. This is the part of the project where things are starting to get a little messy because I'm trying to experiment and understand things. Ever since I added the tile map in, it slowed things down. Yep, see the awesome gets closer and follows the player around. So let me go ahead and make the camera zoom in a little bit. Zoom. There it is. See the big zoom there? Go down like that. Go down like that. Move this camera up. Why can't I? There we go. Yeah, we want to be right there on the player for now. Man, I might turn off the tile map here in a bit. Hmm. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. See what's going on. Also, let's see if I can get the visibility ordering, Y sorted. Okay, let's also do here on the. Let's do it also on the mob as well. Visibility, ordering, Y sort enabled. All right, let's continue. I keep forgetting to disable that tile map. That's okay. We'll worry about the sort in here in a bit. Back over here. This disabling this make my loading any faster. No, it doesn't. Yep. Yep, that's the problem. Okay, well. Either way. Oh, don't have it turned on here. That's a problem. And here, do I have it turned on? On. Let's see if that fixes it. So what I think about doing for the enemy AI, yeah, that's not fixing it either. Oh well, I'll fix that later. Worry about that later. Because I don't know quite how to handle that. Godot is still kind of new to me, so that's a part I'll have to learn. All right, so let's go ahead and have the enemy, when the enemy gets closer, yeah, when they get closer here, they'll stop within like 2 or 3. And I want them to check to say, hey, is there a spot available to go attack this person? Otherwise, either go up high or go low or pick a corner that they're near and stay in that corner until there's a spot open, then go attack. Because that's what most games I see is like they kind of huddle up in a corner somewhere and then they go down. So they just pick a random corner. So we'll go that route. And we'll put a timer on it too. Say, hey, every time you check for a spot, I'll put a timer. It says every time you, let's say I don't want it on the process every single time looping through. I want to have a timer on it where they themselves check in. So that way there's a little more randomness to it because we don't know when they'll check themselves. So let's go to this mob and I have a navigation 2i here. And I'm planning on making this its own little thing. I'll make a branch out of this and bring it in. Right now there are signals that it relies on here in the timer, which I might change. So if I go into the script on timer, navigation position, it checks. Well, this is where I want to put the logic for the actually it'd probably be smarter of me to put the navigation agent inside here. Yeah, let's see if that works. Let's put the navigation. What's the matter with this? Inspector. What's the matter with this? Why doesn't it like that? Navigation can only be used under a 2D node and inherited parent mode. Oh. All right, let's not do that then. So we put it up there. This one up there. And this position we're going to have a static class say, hey, where is this person at? Instead of trying to rely on the structure of the whole outfit. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and update it and say layer like that. So that way. All right, so let's go ahead and let's say navigation manager AI. Well, actually, what's this? Attack manager AI. There we go. Let's call it tactics because we don't want. Yeah, call it a tactics manager AI. So that way, if a player comes in or a mob comes in, so that I can put in the tactics manager AI of, hey, there's ranged attacks, and I'll tell it how to manage up with itself. There we go. And in here, this will follow the. Currently in the physics process, I have it to where it follows the navigation direction. But in the tactics manager, I'll have where the spot is taken. And once it's queued free. So let's look up and see if there's a callback for it. Godot 4 on queue free. Okay. Let's see here. Callback for queue free. See here. Don't care about the exit. Hmm. Let's see here. Tween callback code from player animation. Yeah, right now I'm looking up. I don't see any particular callbacks. Let's see here. Using Q-free loads. Or documentation node. One second. QUEUE. Free. Here we go. That's not what I want. Let's see here. All right. Use nodes for deletion at the end of the current frame. When deleted, all of its nodes will be deleted as well. All references to the node and its children will become invalid. Queue free multiple times per frame. It is safe to call queue free multiple times per frame. Object free node that is currently queued for deletion. Let's see here. I don't see a callback on it when it actually does it. So I guess here, I'm going to have to add a check on delete. So, okay. Update tactics manager. Okay, so I have an idea what I want. So every time the timer counts, it's going to do a callback. Well, better yet, say on die. So that way we know when it dies. Uh-oh. Don't freeze up on me now. There we go. And we have Death Pooth, call. There we go. Call the death animation. I did add in a death animations. Actually, I added several different animations for my my mob. We look at I added in like an attack. I had to manually create this. That's not part of the package. So I did manually create this in a paint tool. And there's idle. I created this one manually. And then there's walk, which I think that one's a default. That was in there. And then I just made a default. This animation's in there already. You just have to put it to a animation file. And then I have a callback method that calls it. So when the character dies, so in that function, I'll do a callback and do any cleanup to the tactics manager. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and create this tactics manager. Our script here. Go here, go up, up, scripts. And open, and yeah, 2D node's fine. We'll go ahead and just move this out of the way. Oop, what you complaining about? It's okay. All right. Rigid body will be overridden by the physics engine when running. That's fine. Resets this to back to normal scale. Which, that's the size I wanted at it anyways. Because if we run it... Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Man, this is slow tonight. Yep. This is why I don't use like names pieces. I mean, it's inside the node's okay, but all right, get this back to going. There we go. Cool. All right. Let's see here. What else am I missing? Got the... Not worried about that. All right, so let's check on the... Here, got the die on death. So we don't need this one anymore because we already have a function for it. Keep things simple. My goodness, slow, slow, slow. All right, let's close other tabs. Open this one up. Class. Oops. Name. Tactics Manager AI. And what I want to do, say static var tactics, manager AI. Okay. And on ready equals self. There we go. And I'll have a function, because I'll go ahead and say var player. So I'm not sure how this is going to work with multiplayer. That's fine. Var player, we'll worry about that in a bit. Current, oh, nope. No 2D. Cool. And we'll say var left of player O2D var right of player O2D. All right, so left or right, we'll make them null for now. This is a very brute force way. I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but this is the way I'm doing it right now. Now let's say find spot, and we'll say mob find melee spot. Melee sport find melee spot, and we'll return a, this is the right way to do it, bool. We'll first return, let's say false. Okay, so we'll say if left player equals null, then right left of player equals mob. Turn true. We'll do it all again, but the right of player. Come back. There we go. All right. Okay, left of player, right of player. Good, 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 good. All right. Cool. So go and check these if it's left or right. And then I'll go down here and say get spot. Okay, we'll say we'll get tactic position. Okay. We'll say mob. Actually, if I just say find melee spot, I can hand that to any one of them. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll say if there's a melee spot, whatever tactical position you got, this is using it. Great. We'll do this. If find melee spot, with a mob. return. And we'll go here. We'll do the same thing again, kind of. All right. All right. We want to return a vector 2. Okay. And we want to return. All right. So if you equal this mob, or if equals this mob, I will say vector 2 dot 0 for now, just to get rid of the red lines. Cool. All right. So not worried about this portion of it. We'll say this is a, and we want that. We want that. There we go. Cool. Just saving up here. So I'm going to go ahead and say, if you're left or right of the target, you get within so many feet of it, do melee attack. Let's see here. Let's say melee, distance, float. Let's say 5 for now, because I might also have, since I have a attack data, I might want to pass that in and then get from the attack data a distance. Let's do that. Distance. There we go. Don't need that. Attack distance. Okay. Let's say, and let's do the same thing up here. If, we'll put this up here, because I forget later on I'll put melee range in, but do I have an attack type? Let's see here, attack targets, spawn, burst, invincible. I have VFX type. Timeout. Timeout doesn't mean anything though. Let's do this. Export var is melee. Equal true. Yeah. We'll just say by default they're true. Okay. If attack distance dot melee is melee, let's just say off the top of my head. Return false. There we go. There we go. We'll just pass this well. Okay. Cool. All right, so if left or right. No, I'm mixing logics here. This is not good. Yeah. I need to split this out. Dot is melee. We'll do it like that. I'll have to call these separate. Okay. Maybe I should let the mob decide if it's melee or not. Yeah, I'm letting that part of the tech on the tactical side. So I'll let this be my melee spot. And then if it gets tactical position, get melee tactical position. Yeah, that way we won't have to pass this in. Well, we do need the attack distance. Yeah. And then, because if it's a melee, it needs only 2 players at a time, but if it's, if they're at a distance, it's not a big deal. They can do whatever they need to. All right. All right, let's see here. Okay, all right, let's see here. Mm. Mm. Give melee. Okay. So now let's give him a random position around the board. As long as there's a random and within range, I think that's fine. Let's see here, I might have to look that up. My brain's fried right now. Godot or random. See here if I remember correctly. Okay, so we're going to say var vector 2. Actually, we'll do this. Vector tactical point. All right, vector 2 equals vector 2 dot 0. Okay. All right, equals the player dot global position. Let's see your tactical point. vector 2 here dot x minus atk tack distance dot. What did I put there? Oh, I don't have the attack distance up here. Yeah, well, time to put one there, I guess. Export var tk distance float equals let's say 10 for now. Good, give it a check and save. Attack distance, comma, flavor dot global position dot y. Let's expand this out a bit. There we go. I don't think I need that. There we go, like that. And to the right, we'll just add. Cool. And let's see here. Random number. Random number generator. Let's get that real quick. Second. All right. We'll put this in here. Random number generator. Okay. And so those are two dedicated spots, which are fine. But now I want to just give them a random point if there's not one for them. They'll just move to that point. Random point equals vector 2. We'll do the same thing here, except instead of using a specified distance, we'll add to it a random range. Then it'll be RNG dot zero f range, and let's just say -10 to 10. And we'll do the same thing over here. And if that's too small, we'll make it bigger, but okay. So first things first, let's go back to the mob control. We'll just go ahead and implement this one. Here. Var move to position. I just call it POS. I want to go tactics manager dot tactics manager dot get tactical position, and we'll just pass in the self and attack data. There we go. Cool. Gets to move to position. Now we no longer need this guy. Target position. Errors. I'll fix those later. Okay. Let's make this smaller. We'll go back to the Tacticals Manager here. Put in the player. And let's watch it go boom. I do not have. Let's see here. What do I have on my mob attacker? Did not give it attack data. All right. Attack data enemy. Okay, let's continue. Man, slow, slow, slow. I think it's because of my out map. Let's go over here and re-enable that so we can see what's going on here. And why do it keeps going up there? Interesting. All right. Go into position. Active Manager AI. Oh, I am not returning it. That's why. There we go. I'm doofy. And I'm not setting these positions because I'm not setting them to find melee spot. So let's do that. So here. Position. No, let's do this instead. All right, let's see here. Attack data, my control mob. Okay. Dot find melee spot. Self. And yeah. Okay. I also have a, we'll call it slow. Ah, see, it is working there. Okay. So let's work on the left-hand side. Like it's supposed to. Yeah, which is good. Okay, so good news is that the find melee spot, when it sets it, it works. So let's do that. Gonna look at the Tactica's AI manager again real quick. Right, so his attack gray is gonna go through this and go whatever. And that's my problem. Right there. Okay. And that's kind of redundant, so I need to take that out. It's okay. I'll fix that in a minute. So if it's not a melee type enemy, it's going to go to a distance. Unless I force it to, and then that's different. But I should really let the enemy mob control that logic. It should really just be pulling data from that manager. That's all the manager's for. Say, hey, this spot's open or not. It doesn't. It should be managing which logic it should be using. Okay, good. I get to that point and continue. All right, it's bouncing around like it should. Good, good, good. Cool. I just have to increase the timer, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and remove this because that's just redundant. In fact, I'll probably just go ahead and return. Yeah, let's go ahead and just return that. And tactical points not needed. There we go. Cleaner. So let's just get an idea. So here we got a points. Where are you, point? Oh, there's one. So transform, I'll go from here down is 60. So I probably should just do, let's say, negative 70. In fact, start. Okay, 0, 0 is fine. 100 to 100. Okay, so negative 30. Okay, I'll say 90 to 90 for X, and then for 58, 90, and 30. I'll do that. So we'll do 90 here. 90, 90, and 30, 30. Okay. I'll put the timer on for 2 seconds. And I probably should just, and on ready, and I probably should pull that to a function and launch it on ready. So when it's created, it picks a space. It starts moving. Hmm. Okay. Set movement. Do it like this. And I'll move it over like that. Set movement and on ready. And whoop, want that. Want that. And we're going to have to set the tactics manager above this for now, just for loading purposes. Now, I could have these enemies pre-made in certain areas, and so when you reach a certain section, that's probably a smart idea. I'll probably end up doing that. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing that. Where each level has a pre-made selected amount of enemies. So instead of relying on a spawner to do things in time, which I think for these levels are not super long, I think that's fine. Man. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. It's doing what it's supposed to. Okay. I mean, for now, it's fine, but he is moving rather fast, so I might have to slow him down to make it look more realistic. So let me do that. Attack data, spawner, and speed. So did I set this guy's speed at? Oh. Oh. Well. Speed is 1. Cool. Yeah, I gotta reduce my size of my tile maps. Okay, there we go. That's better. Just moving random directions. All right, so what we can do now, I'm going to create a new node. We'll just call it just a generic node. All right. Let's say mobs, and we'll just put the scene here, go 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got 3 of them. Do this. Okay. Let's see how that looks. I was testing out the Turtles in Time Super Nintendo game today. I got that theme song stuck in my head. Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. They're all syncing up together. Don't want that. Let's see here. Let me read the documentation on the random number generator. All right, randomize. Let me try the randomize function here. Do 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 do. All right. rg.randomize. Let's see if that helps. Huh. Well, that's not helping. Do I need to make a new number generator every round? I hope not. It sounds like an extremely wasteful resource. Then again, I could be wrong. I mean, if I had to put points in to make him select a random point, I don't mind doing that. Just trying to keep it to a minimum. Yeah, it's doing it again. Hmm. Well, that's not helpful at all. Hmm. Yep. So tomorrow I'll be correcting my sprite sheets usage. Going back to the same spot. What am I doing here? Oh, you know what? I bet you I look at I bet you that's my problem. All right, let's see what happens here. I'm not used to the whole node thing quite yet. There's some quirks that I have to suss out. And if this is because I have to merge this into a scene, I think that's okay. I just there we go. That was my problem. Perfect. There we go. And I'm okay with that. Cool. Cool. See here. So we'll go ahead. Oh, 3 seconds. 2 seconds is fine. We'll even make this one 5 seconds. Just for making it crazy random. All right, so I also want to see if I can move this whole randomize thing, RNG, and see if this is even needed. And if it's needed, great. All right, now, with that in mind, let's see if we can give one of these guys a if technical manager dot my technical melee spot self all right. Oh, don't need that. Cool. I'll leave that there for now. Hmm. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of the whole I have to separate two separate functions. Yeah. Hmm. What I'll do, on the physics level, so here, so they'll constantly check to find a melee spot. Okay, so they'll constantly check to say, hey, is there a spot for me? Instead of constantly trying to find the spot. And if there is a spot for it, and that's when we go, hey, set movement. And we'll do it like that. Otherwise, if there's not a spot on the timer, it will just set the position. There we go. I think that will do a lot better job. Okay, so the speed is different, but that's fine. But you notice they're moving together. The other one's still being random. And so they'll stay with them until they die. And cool. Then, yeah, on attacks, that's why I may set logic to where there's a random chance to where they just back off. But for now, yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, looking good so far. And I can change this into a multiplayer thing easier with the tactics mode because the manager's handing the positions. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about ranged attacks for now, but I got the melee attack in position. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see here. The spawner manager. Mob seed spawn. I think this is fine if you want like random ghosts to fly by. I don't think I want random ghosts to fly by, but I do want the spawn attacks to launch with a spawner manager. So I think I'm going to do that. I am curious. Yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's not going to work. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this because where is this being used at? Nowhere. Don't need it. What else has I got attached onto here? Navigation agent. That's needed. So I should probably go ahead and finish out the navigation agent. I'll go ahead and delete this node. I'll go ahead and delete this node. And I think that's fine. And this node, it's not a timer. All right. And the reason I want the timer to be constantly running, because I don't want the position constantly being found, the navigation to be constantly updated. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. Cool. All right, let's see here. Okay. Go and close this up. Well, I'll make its own class here in a bit. Focus on the mob hacker. We're going to add a navigation 2D agent. The mob. Add child node. Navigation 2D. Create. And we're going to add a timer. Add timer. Create. Cool. All right. We'll do this instead of the navigation agent. We'll go on ready. All right. That's good there. Say save. And we'll say navigation timer. And we'll say, and we'll just connect on navigation timer timeout here. Don't need this timeout anymore, so we'll just, and we'll just close this out. All right. Cool. Excuse me. And we'll just say, oops, where is the, there we go. That's better. Let's go ahead and clear this out and hit save. Better. And over here, and we'll go to this mob attacker, but we don't need any of this stuff here. Set one is fine. We'll go ahead and remove this one, the mob, and we'll go ahead and add in the mobs attacker. Yeah, 2D. There we go. We'll just move that bad boy down right here. Whoops. Uh-oh. Did I do something wrong? Script. Something's wrong here. Let's try that again. Save. Incoming node's name clashes with mobs. So you've seen more nested instance. Okay. Navigation 2D node is already clashing with something I have in here. So I'm going to just go ahead and delete this. I'm going to save this. Okay, so something's happening in an incoming node's name. Navigation region, okay. I do not know what it's trying to talk about here. Try again. Mobs. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just delete that node there. Okay, I'll just delete this node. And try again. No, not that. Navigation agent. Nav agent. 2D. And we'll go ahead and update this over here. Okay, cool. No load errors. I'll go ahead and clear my bug out. I might have to reload my project. That's okay. I don't mind reloading my project. Probably needs it. The scene. Project. Reload current project. Let's just do a reload. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Currently reloading my project. There we go. Now, Sass me now? No sassing yet. Cool, 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 cool. Let's go ahead and bring in that mob attacker again. Well, let's go ahead and create a node for mobs. And then bring in a mob. And we'll go ahead and make sure said mob is in the picture and saved. And let's get the ball rolling. Let's see if make sure this one still works. Okay. Okay, so the character's not moving. All right, let's figure out why. Why are you not moving? Player. Okay. One. Pathfinding. Aha! That's my issue. I didn't set the navigation layer. So if I look at this port here, I set it on 5. So I need to make sure my navigation layer is correct. All right. That should do it. Try that again. Yeah, next stream I'll make sure I have my own separate test area. I had main set up, but that was made for the tutorial. There we go. Hello. There we go. Just falling in this side. Okay. Reasons why it's jerking like that is because it's lerping. I think there's something called another way of doing it. All right. That's another way of doing this. Ah, this is for animations. Okay, I think what I'm looking for is move toward. So let's close all the tabs. All right, let's go to the physics process. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so what's happening is it gets there, it slows down or whatever, which is fine for the initial like moving around. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, all right. Hmm, I'm doing the same thing either way. Let's do this. See if I can get the distance. What other values are there? Less than and no, I don't want that because I don't want to use the attack distance. So let's just say 0.5 for now. Let's say dot 0. That way this comes to a stop. We don't need this one, but we can do that. Oops. There we go. I'll need to put a travel with nav agent. We'll do this. All right. There we go. Act like it's lerping, but I don't understand why it's lerping like that. Like it speeds up from a long distance and it slows down. They even normalize it. Maybe I need to do that. Oh, you know what? That do it? That's my problem. Do 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 do. There we go. That's what I was looking for. It's a constant speed. So the farther is, it zooms into. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So now it's a 1. And we'll go to the mob attacker here. We'll make it a nice solid 5. And we'll play again. Should be a lot better. And that might be wrapping it up for tonight. But what I'll do next is I'll play the animation to where it gets closer. So it walks closer. Oh, that's so much better. Right. Cool beans. Love it. Let's do 20. Oops. Cool. Now let's just do this real quick. Set animation. If linear velocity dot magnitude It's greater than 0.1. Ah, well. 2.0. Animation. Do I have an animation player up here set? I do not. So let's go to that one. And we'll do a unready var player animation player equals that one. Cool. There's your dot play. Hmm. Where did I put it? Oh. Walk with base string. Like this. Boop. Move like that. Cool beans. And we want to do this one. And if we look at the 2D portion of this and look at the animation and look at the idle, cool beans. And we'll hit save. As soon as we load up, we should be playing the idle, but we should also be doing the walk. Okay. I am not setting the animation like I should have. There we go. And after I get this animation set, I might add in the attack timer. We'll see. Scooba-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, look at that. That's so cute. And he stops. And you know what? I also need to say I also need to check the dot product between linear velocity. So var velocity dot equals 2 dot right dot dot of the linear velocity, and I want to print that dot. And that will let me know if I need to set it left or right. Make sure I got my directions down. All right. So heading left is negative, heading right. Cool. Velocity dot is less than equal. Actually, what I should do is get the direction from the player. Because if it gets there, and you can just end up attacking to the left, so I probably should get the direction of the player. So, set movement travel with agent, global position. Yeah, how do I get that? Do I want to put that in Tactics Manager? I think Tactics Manager will be fine doing that. So what we'll do is we'll get the minus player dot global position. This global position. Okay, we'll just move all this thing into here. Okay. Yeah, we'll just move that for now. Try this again. No, that doesn't make sense either. I might need both. Might need both the velocity dot product and the player dot product, because if he's on the other side, that means I may have to play the animation backwards, which I might not worry about it. We'll see. Yeah, positive to the right, negative to the left. Well, no, I'm going to flip them. And we'll worry about that in a bit. Yeah, let's first... Yeah, we'll first set facing. and then we'll set reverse animation. I don't know if I can do that or not. I think for now, I'm just going to worry about getting the facing correct. So let's get the facing in, and then we'll worry about the animation, or if I need to do it at all. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we got the Sprite 2D. Oh, let's see here. No, we don't want that. We want this one. Okay, flip H. Flip H equals velocity dot is greater than 0. Yeah. If actually, if he's walking, hmm. Yeah, should be fine doing that. There we go. That's what I want. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Cool. Now let's go over here and let's just temporarily disable the. Let's just go ahead and just temporarily remove this. Set this down. Hmm. Yeah, that's causing problems with this whole setting velocity to 0. Hmm. Let's do this. I don't think that'll hurt anything. Because essentially got two modes. What's happening here? Yep, I have to call it quits here. Let me just check this one thing and I'll call it quits. Oh, well, that wasn't the issue. That's okay. Okay, well, that's it for tonight, guys. I got to call it quits here. But thanks for joining. And if you have any comments or recommendations, let me know. I'm more just doing this to get through the motions. And once I understand really what I'm doing with Godot itself, I mean, I have messed around with Unity a lot, but I switched over to Godot since they're Unity's boondoggle. And the reason why I switched over to Unity's, switch away from Unity, because I need a good game engine I can trust. I need a company I can trust. And since there's no real company with Godot, I'm okay with working with it. So, anyways, all right. Y'all have a good one.